and welcome to AN24 TV News this hour. My name is Oluwapelumi Fashogbon. Here are the stories we're covering this hour. More woes for Emefiele as federal government files additional 20 charges against him. Aviation security workers begin nationwide strike today. Northern elders urge Tinubu to remove sanctions against Niger to pave way for negotiations. Disbursement of student loan scheme to commence in September. We'll bring you details of the stories after the break. The end is not near in the battle between the federal government and the suspended governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele. The federal government, according to the Director of Public Prosecutions at the Federal Ministry of Justice, Mohammed Bakodo Abubakar, filed 20 fresh charges against Emefiele. The DPP disclosed that the federal charges were filed at the Federal Capital Territory High Court, Abuja. One of the counts accuses Emefiele of conferring unlawful advantages. Also, the federal government made an oral application to withdraw the charge of illegal possession of firearms against Emefiele. Abubakar told Justice Nicholas Oweibo that the application followed the results of further investigations. But the Defense Counsel, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Joseph Daudu, opposed him, arguing that because the federal government was in disobedience of the court order against Emefiele bail, its applications could not be taken. In another development, despite the deregulation of premium metal spirit, popularly known as petrol, the President, Bola Tinubu, has assured Nigerians that there is no plan to raise the pump price per litre of petrol. The assurance was conveyed to the newsman in Abuja by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngalale, while the President acknowledged that there are inefficiencies within the downstream sector that are contributing to the fuel controversy. He guaranteed that all loopholes associated with the smooth delivery of petroleum products in the country will be addressed without delay. He stressed that contrary to reports making rounds, there are no plans to reintroduce subsidies on petroleum products. Additionally, Ngalale disclosed that the data supplied by Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NRPCL, to President Tinubu shows that Nigerians pay the least price for petrol per litre compared to other West African countries. Furthermore, the presidential spokesperson appealed to Nigerians to understand the need for economic policies despite the impact on citizens. As well, the aviation security and logistics subsector will be embarking on an indefinite strike today. This follows a directive by the National Union of Transport Employees, which stated that the decision was reached due to poor wages. In a memorandum signed by the General Secretary of the Union, Comrade Oshime Abba, the 30,000 wages paid to the members of the union, who are mostly graduates, was unrealistic based on the current economy. He added that all efforts to negotiate improved wages for the members in the past proved abortive. This was contained in a circular sent to the Director General of Civil Aviation, the Managing Director of Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, the Commissioner of Police, Airports Command, and the Director of Department of State Security, Muritala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos Command. In the meantime, Northern Elders Forum has pleaded with President Bola Tinubu to rescind the sanctions on the Niger Republic to pave the way for seamless negotiations with the military junta. Recall that after the military coup that removed the elected president of Niger Republic, President Tinubu ordered the disconnection of power supply to the country and the closure of borders between the two countries as part of sanctions for toppling a government. The forum's convener, Professor Ango Abdullahi, who made the appeal in Abuja during a press briefing through his Director of Publicity and Advocacy, Dr. Hakeem Baba Ahmed, noted that the removal of the sanctions on the country will make negotiations easier to conduct. He said negative sanctions affecting the morale and the welfare of citizens of both countries and will detract the existing positive dispositions towards Nigerians' position. Nigeria should remove all sanctions and other measures intending to force the government and the people of Niger into acquiescence. This will make negotiations led by the Nigeria using all assets that both countries value easier to conduct. The forum also said that the safety of President Mohamed Bazoum and his family and the restoration of constitutional order must remain non-negotiable priorities. Finally, the federal government has revealed that the disbursement of student loan scheme is scheduled to commence during the 2023-2024 academic session. The Permanent Secretary of Federal Ministry of Education, David Adejo, who made the disclosures, said specifically that the government had set September 2023 as the commencement date. Speaking further, Adejo debunked rumors that federal universities were increasing their charges because of the loan scheme, stating that the recent increase in charges by some federal universities in the country was unfortunate, adding that no federal university in the country was allowed to collect tuition fees from the students. On the takeoff of the student loan scheme, the Permanent Secretary disclosed that President Bola Tinubu has directed the completion of the necessary work on the modalities for the implementation. And that's news here on AN24 TV. Follow us on all of our social media handles for more news updates. I am Oluwapelumi Fashion.